Data handling using Pandas. Pandas is a package useful for data analysis and manipulations. Panda provides an easy way to create, manipulate, and wrangle the data. Pandas provides powerful and easy to use data structure as well as the means to quickly perform operation on these structures. Data scientists use Pandas for the following advantages. Easily handles missing data. It uses series for the one-dimensional data structure and a data frame for multi-dimensional data structure. It provides an efficient way to slice the data. It provides a flexible way to merge, concatenate, and resave the data. Data structure in Python. Data structure in Pandas. Data structure is a way to arrange the data in such a way that it can be accessed quickly and we can perform various operations on this data like retrieval, deletions, and modification, etc. Pandas deals with three data sectors: series, data frame. Now, series. Series is a one-dimensional array like a structure with a homogeneous data, which can be used to handle and manipulate data. What makes it special is its index attributes, which has incredible functionality and is heavy mutable. It has two part series: data part, an array of the actual data associated with the index with the data. Associated array of the index or data labels. The index and the data labels. We can say that series is a labeled one-dimensional array which can hold any type of data. Data of series is always mutable, means it can be changed. But the size of the data of series is always immutable, means it cannot be changed. Series may be considered as a data structure with the two arrays out of one array works as index labels and the second one array works as the original data. Row labels in series are called the index. Say syntax to create a series. Series object is assigned to pandas dot series bracket data comma index equal to idx optional, where the data may be a Python sequence, list, nd arrays, scalar values, or Python dictionaries. And how to create a series with nd array. Okay, import pandas as pd, import np as np, arr np dot array 10 comma 15 comma 20, 18 comma 28 is equal to pd dot series. Okay, and array. Array pd dot series arr print yes. Okay, here we create an array of four values. How to create series with immutable index program. Input pandas as pd. Import np numpy as np. arr equal to np dot array a comma b comma c comma d p dot series array index first comma second comma third comma fourth. This is the first, second, third, fourth. Okay, print yes. Creating a series from the scalar values. To create a series from scalar value, an index must be provided. The scalar value will be repeated as per the length of the index. This one, import pandas as pd, pt dot series 50, comma, index 0, comma 1, comma 2, comma 3, 4. Then it is giving the 0, comma 1, comma 3 and 50, 50, 50 t types. Creating a series from dictionary. Okay, import pandas as pd. Create a dictionary. Name, Hardik, IP, L team MI runs 150, 1500 P dot series. It is giving name, then Hardik, and LPL team MI runs 1500. The type is a object. Mathematical operation in series. We can do to multiply all the values in the series by 2 to find the square of all the values in the series and to print all the values of series which are greater than 2. Okay, print all the values series multiplying by 2. Next, example 2. To add series and series 1 and series 2. This is series 1 and series 2. Okay, S plus 1 plus S2. To add series 1 and series 2, S2 plus S3. To add series 2 and series 3 and filter not matching index with 0. Add S dot fill value equal to zeros. While adding two series, if non-matching index is found in either of the series, then none will be printed correspond to the non-matching index. If the non-matching index is found in either of the series, then this non-matching index corresponding value of that series will be filled as 0. Head and tail functions in series. Head is used to access the first 5 rows of the series. To access the first 3 rows, we can call series name dot head 3. See result of s dot head, result of s dot head 3. Tail. It is used to access the last 5 rows of the series. To access the last 4 rows, we can call series name dot tail 4. Okay. And selections in series. Okay. Series provides index label LOC and ILOC and square bracket to access the rows and columns. LOC index label syntax series name dot LOC start range colon stop range. See this location colon 2 to print values from index 0 to 2, to print the values from index 3 to 4. Selection using ILOC index label. So here it is printing all values. Here if it is printing colon 2, it is printing 10, 15 and 18. So if it is ILOC, it will print n minus 1. Here to print values from index 0 to 1. Here index to 0 to 2. There's a difference in ILOC. Next, selection using square bracket, start range, colon, stop range, or series name index. So here I can put yes and S of 1 to print values at index 3. Yes, 3.4. Indexing in series. Pandas provides index attributes to get or set of index at the index of entries or values in series. So here indexing in series. S dot index, it is giving the whatever the index you defined, it is giving that one indexes. Now next, slices in series. So start series names, start, end, stop. Slices is is a way to retrieve subsets of the data from the Panda objects. A slice object syntax is like this. The segment start representing the first items and the end representing the last item and the step representing the increment between each item that you would like. Now see PD dot series, ARR, comma index, A, B series there, 1 colon 5, it means 0, 1, then it will take B, 15 and 22. So data frames. Data frame is a two-dimensional object that is useful in representing the data in the form of rows and columns. It is similar to the spreadsheet or SQL table. This is most commonly used pandas objects. Once we store the data into the data frame, we can perform various operations. See the data frame structures, columns, and this is rows. Index, this index nothing but a rows, and this is nothing but a rank also, and data, where the data. Properties of data frames. Data frames has access, indices, row index, access equal to 0, a column index, access equal to 1. It is similar to the spreadsheet whose rows index is called the index and the column index is called the column name. A data frame contains a heterogeneous data. A data frame size is mutable. A data frame data is mutable. A data frame can be created using the following series, list, dictionary, a NumPy 2D array. Okay, how to create a empty data frame? PD dot data frame. Then print df. It is creating the columns and index will be a empty data frames. How to create a data frame from series? Series will be there. PD dot data frame. Yes. Then it is printing the default column name. Start with yes 0, and this is the index. Next, data frame from dictionary of series. So we have series and the series name is there, and data frame dict is there. Print PDF. Data from the list of the dictionary. This is the list starting with the name Sachin and surname, and all will be there. And the period dot data frame passing the but what is the dictionary there and printing them. Then I put a name, surname is a column name, and this is the row names. Iterations of rows and columns. Okay, if you want to access records or data from the data frame row wise or column wise, then iteration is used. Panda provides two functions, performs iterations, iter rows and iter items. See this? I have row index and row value. df, this is the data frame, df dot iter rows. It will give row index as well as the row value. So this is the row index and the row values. Each row values will give. Okay, now row index is 0, row values, name, Sachin, and this one, name is 0, data type, row index is 1, receiving the value. Iter items, it is used to access the data column wise. Here column name, column value, df iter items. So column name and column mainly I am printing, column name, column values 0, 1, Sachin Vinod, and name, and a column name, this is surname, same value is printing. Okay, this value is printing and surname is printing there. Select options in data frames. To access the column data, we can mention the column name as subset. df employee ID. This can be also by doing the df dot employee ID. To access multiple columns, we can write df column 1, column 2, etc. But here employee data is there, employee ID, employee name, data birth, data frame, employee data, print df. Okay, this printing employee ID, employee name, data birth, date of joining. So df dot employee ID or df of employee ID is giving like this. Employee ID type, employee ID, employee name. If you put df of employee ID, employee name, I'm getting these values. To add a name and rename the column of the data frames. So here df dot columns to list one. So this to rename the default column of the data frame as list one. So list of 2 equal 20 to create a new column list 2 with all values to be 20. So this list of 3 comma list of 2, list of 1 plus list of 2. So if you see the output, so default change it to list 1 and these are the values for the starting point, okay, columns. And this is the second column, I put a 20 and the third column is the sum of these values is the third column. Then print df, add column 1 and column 2 and store in the new column list 3. To delete a column in the data frame, del pop drop. We can delete a column from the data frame by using the any one of the following del pop and drop. Del df of list 3. We can simply delete a column by passing the column name in the subscript to the df. Df dot pop list. We can simply delete a column by passing the column in the pop method. Okay, delete a columns using drop. Okay, so this is a drop access 1. Access 1 means delete the data column wise. Access 0 means delete the data row wise with the index. This is the difference. Okay. Now, accessing the data frame through LOC and ILOC method or indexing labels. Pandas provides LOC and ILOC method to access a subset from the data frame using the rows and columns. df.loc start row, end row, start column, end columns. So we have the runs and printing the values, then quarter then to access a single row. So quarter 1 and quarter 3 to access the multiple rows quarter 1 to quarter 3. Example, to access a single column, I can put like this, and access the multiple columns, I can put like this. Okay, and to access the first row, you have to put a location of 0 and access the first third rows, colon 0, location of colon 0.2. This one you have to give for the employee data. Accessing the data frame through ILOC. It is used to access the group of rows and columns based on the numeric index value. Sort row index and end row index, sort column index and the end row column. See, if you pass colon in the row or column part, then Pandas provide the entire rows and columns respectively. So here ILOC 0 colon 1 2 comma 1 colon 2 to access the first two rows and second columns, first two rows and second column. This will give to access all rows and first two columns records. Head and tails. The method head gives the first 5 rows of the method and tail returns the last 5 rows of the methods. Okay. And the first two rows we can use head 2 and returns last 2 rows we can use tail 2 and return third to 4 we can write df 2 colon 5. Boolean indexing. So Boolean indexing helps us to select the data from the data frames using the Boolean vector. We create a data frame with a Boolean index to use the Boolean indexings. See this? Where true returns the to return data frame from the index is true. We can pass only the integer value in ILOC. Concord operations in data frames. Concord objects access equal to 0, join equal to outer, join access equal to none, ignore index equal to false. So the joining commands. If you want row labels to adjust automatically according to the join, you will have to set the argument ignore index as true while calling the concatenate functions. Pandas also provide you with the options to label the data frames out of the concatenations with the key that you can, which data can come from the data frames. Merge operations in data frames. So these are the merge operations, df3 and df4, merging the two data sets, dictionaries. Join operations in data frames, we can put the pull out to join. And this is the syntax. In the merge, you have to put a outer join on IDs. And we can perform Inner join. Okay, what is a full outer join? Full outer join combines the results of the both left and right outer joins. The joints data frames will contain all the records from the both the data frames and fill in nonce for missing matching matches on the either side. You can perform a full outer join by specifying the how arguments as arguments of the functions. So inner join, the inner join produce only those records that match in both the data frame. You have to pass inner in how arguments inside merge functions. Right join. The right join produces a complete set of records from the data frame. B, right side data frame with the matching records where available in the data frame. A, left side data frame. If there is no match record, right side will contain null. You have to pass right in the row argument. So here we are putting the how equal to right. And a left join. The left join produces a complete set of the records from the data frame A, left side data frame with the matching records available in the data frame B, right side of the data frame. If there is no match, left side will contain null. You have to pass left in the argument inside the match functions. Here you have to pass the match functions. Next, joining index, joining on indexes. So right index equal to 2 and the left index 2 in the merge functions. These are all the merge functions. CSV files. Yeah, CSV is a common separated files which allows you to data to save in a tabular format. Okay, now how to use CSV? This is CSV, my CSV files. Okay, my CSV files. I am reading the CSV files and printing from the equivalent. Okay, now exporting data from to CSV files. So here we have the file. Okay, the data frame and a 2 underscore CSV will export the data to the data files. So it will show the output like this. Now the content of the DF1 is exported to DSCSV file data frame. Thank you very much.